Hello, Rare Gems. It's your girl, Earth Angel Kathy, sent by God to help heal the masses and to save lives. Are you up? Are you all the way up? Nothing can stop you when you're all the way up. All the way up in love with God. All the way up in love with yourself. This is the key. All the way up in love with humanity, no matter what they did or do. You lay aside every weight that ensnares you, and you always choose love over everything. Today's topic: when God calls you to service, don't run like Jonah. When God calls you to service, do not run like Jonah. I love the book of Jonah. Jonah is a classic depiction of what not to do when God calls you. As you know, if you know the story of Jonah, when God asked Jonah to speak to his people, Jonah ran. He ran away. He ended up on a ship. And the ship began to toss and turn while Jonah was sound asleep in the belly of the ship. The people did not know Jonah. He was basically catching a ride. And they became troubled. The ship was tossing and turning, and they could not understand why. Who did this? Who upset their God? And everyone said, not me, not me, not me. And then the head of the boat, the chief of the boat, went down to the belly and saw Jonah sleeping soundly. And Jonah, the boat chief, kicked the bed, and Jonah, what's going on? What's going on? It's like, did you cause this? Did you cause this ruckus? Basically, is what he was saying. Can't you see we're about to die? And Jonah said, no, I have nothing to do with this. And I'm paraphrasing here. And then they decided to pull straws to see who was responsible for the ruckus. Well, of course, Jonah pulled the short stick, the short straw. And they pleaded with Jonah's God, please, please, we don't want to throw Jonah overboard, but if you don't stop this, that's exactly what we're going to have to do, basically is what they were saying. So it did not stop. So they picked Jonah up and threw him overboard. Well, God sent Jonah into the belly of the whale. And if you know the story, you know the story. When God calls you to service, no matter how difficult it may seem, no matter how fearful you may be, don't run. When I persevered through the storm, when God revealed to me in 2022 the people doing black magic on me, I was dismayed. I was disheartened. I could not believe what God was showing me. And God said, it's time to speak out. I was a behind-the-scene person. I've never been one to stand out front. And God said, you're going to do this. And I, was nervous about doing it. And I wasn't going to do it. And then my spiritual ancestors said, look, we're fighting for your life here. You have to help us. You have to start speaking out. I found this out in January 2022 when it happened. I didn't start speaking out until April. It took me 4 months to get up the courage to do what God was asking me to do. But I did not run. I gathered my courage and I did what God called me to do. When God calls you to service, because service is always to help others. Don't run. Do not run. When God calls you to service, do not run. With that, be kind to yourselves and to each other. And remember, God loves you, and so do I. Please, if you like this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Until next time, God starting revolution, self-love is the solution. Bye.